As B4B evolves, new features continue to be added, with the latest being Data Set Security that can be applied to ranges of the Sun Systems chart of account codes and transaction analysis dimensions. These controls are applied to the entire B4B payment lifecycle, and with data sets assigned, the client can control which payments and remittances a user can view and process at the account code and transaction analysis code level. This facilitates the splitting of payment batches based on the account code and/or transaction analysis code ranges that have been defined in the dataset and assigned to the current PA user. This functionality gives you endless flexibility in how you apply your own security matrix in the ever-sensitive and vital nature of payment processing within B4B. So let's take a quick look at dataset security in use. So here within Sun Systems, I have a couple of payment batches queued up and ready for posting. So the first one is a standard BACS payment run for my AP suppliers. So I'm just going to go ahead and post that batch using the standard payment run feature within Sun Systems. And you'll see that this particular payment selection has selected accounts in the 8 range. So these are my standard AP supplier. So I'm going to go and post a second batch using the payment run for some employee payments. This is a different profile, selecting a different range of accounts. So here we're looking at generating a batch of payments for employees. And when we have a look at the payment run report, you can see that these payments have been posted for the E range of creditors, my employees. So let's jump into B4B, and here we can have a look at how dataset security can be applied to those batches of payments. So firstly, I'm going to log in as a generic payables user that has no dataset security applied. And when I move into the validate payment function, we can see here both batches of payments ready for processing, and this user has visibility over all of the payments within both of these batches. No dataset security was applied to this user. If I move into the remittance function as well, we can see here that this user has the ability to view and process all of the remittances for both of these batches, so my standard AP creditors and also the employee payments as well. So if I log in as a different user, a different payables user, where a dataset security has been applied, we can see the difference here within those functions, within those processing functions. So if I move into validate payments, I've logged in here as my standard AP user, and this user has a dataset applied that allows access to processing payments for the standard AP creditor range. But if I try and view or process payments for the employee account code range, you can see that those have been restricted based on the dataset that's been applied. And that's also applicable to the remittance function. So here, if I try and view and process remittances for my standard AP creditors, then I can see all the detail within that batch. However, there are no details available when viewing the employee batch of payments. And just to show the other side of that as well, a second data set here has been assigned to a different user for processing the employee payments. And here, if we move into validate payments, again, both batches are sitting here within B4B pending processing. But now if I look at the standard AP creditor batch, no payments are visible. However, I do have access to process the employee payments. So dataset security, very flexible in how we can configure this at the account code and or the transaction analysis code to ensure that those controls are applied to those sensitive payments within the payment run process. So thanks very much for watching. If you need any further information, then please contact us through one of these channels.